Right. Fort Smith School District considering changing where some high school students attend school, all because of overcrowding at one of those schools.
5 News reporter Michael Wilson joins us. And Micah, tonight the district held a meeting to hear from those possibly impacted by this.
Yeah, Erica and Darren, the district is actually looking at moving hundreds of Barling High School students from Northside High School to Southside High School. And since the 1940s, Barling students have been going to Northside or Fort Smith High School, and it continued even after Southside High School was built in the late 60s.
With Northside High School over capacity by nearly 500 students, Fort Smith schools are asking this question.
What would it look like if Barling attendance area was shifted to Southside?
This would move hundreds of Barling students who've been zoned to attend high school in North Fort Smith for decades.
It's been in place since the 1940s.
That's 20 years before Southside High School even existed, but decades later, Board of Education member Dalton Person is pushing for this change.
In my mind, is an easily identified solution. Geographically, this just makes sense.
But before any action is taken, the district heard from parents.
I feel like we're kind of getting the short end of the stick, and we're going to be forced to go to Southside when we live in Barling, and we continue to live in Barling because we want our children to go to Northside.
The district says if the change happens, Barling students who want to go to Northside still could. However, Fort Smith buses won't take them there.
Transportation is a critical component of what we do in the district, but it's also a component that's stretched very thin.
Person says the rezoning would help this problem.
It would make the bus route shorter. Southside is just closer than Northside from Barling.
He also says this will help overworked Northside staff.
You ask the students yet?
The district says they haven't asked the students directly, but would like to hear from them and might send out a survey.
Each one of my kids absolutely adores the schools they go to.
Well,
and I was looking forward to going to Northside, and now all of a sudden they might not have the opportunity to do so.
Now, Persons also tells us if this plan were to go into effect, he would try to phase in the school swap. Now, the Board of Education will revisit this idea at its next board meeting. Michael Wilson, 5 News.
All right, Micah, thanks. You can also follow any updates as the school district continues to consider the move on our free 5 News smartphone app.